Let's start with that. What's up? Going on, people?
Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Good morning.
Frank
Blessings.
and Mike. In the age of Corona, we got our voices on. So we're here today. Today is Sunday, the 31st of May. We're here at the East River. It's Big Frank, my boy Big Mike. We're gonna talk some politics. We're gonna talk on some shit. We're gonna talking shit with Frank and Mike. So this morning we're gonna ask our author, our esteemed man right here, Michael Vesio, about his thoughts on what is going on with the protesting and the riots that is going on because of the death of George Floyd. Mike, question to you. Give me your overview. What do you think about these protests? What do you think is happening?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you, Frank King. Thank you for the beautiful introduction. Frank King, as you know, one of the contributing writers to Psychedelic Shacks. And let me start off by saying, you see what this is? You see what this is? Okay, aren't you embarrassed? Aren't we embarrassed? Huh? We're walking around with a monetary unit with who? A slave master? This guy owned over 300 slaves. Are you embarrassed? Are we embarrassed? No. You know why we're not embarrassed? Because we're fucking numb. We're numb to it. The world is... We got a monetary unit with a slave master. What does that tell you? Well, that was a long time ago.
So let's put Hitler on
If it's a long time ago...
Put Hitler on one.
Thank you. If it was a long time ago, why haven't we changed it? Because we're living in a matrix, an American matrix. I can expand on that. But this is the first thing I just wanted to say. And I don't want to go off here about the whole thing because I want Frank to be able to speak too. I don't want to be like a hog. But look, aren't you embarrassed? Huh? Andrew Jackson is on the $20 bill, I believe.
Yeah.
He was an ethnic cleanser.
Yeah, killed the building. They called him the Indian killer,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That was his nickname.
This is the reality. This is where we live. Now, some of you are saying, well, you don't like it, leave. That's my concern, motherfucker. That's my concern, not your concern. I can love this country and fucking want it to fucking be better. The only way to do it is to fucking talk real truth. So, I'm going to start with this. Frank, back to you.
Yo, so the question came up. Yo, the people are protesting and they burning down the community. They burning the buildings down and oh, horror, harump, harump, harump. A peaceful protest turned into a violent confrontation. And this is what I had to say about that. And this is what I got to say, honestly, bro. This is what I got to say to anybody who's of a righteous mind. It's time to burn it to the ground. What's another word for it? To the nub. So if you are in a box, and everywhere in that box, in every corner of that box, was an anathema to you. The slavery in one corner, mass incarceration in another, lynching, Jim Crow. Everywhere you turn in this box that you're in is anathema to you. Kills you, it murders you, it does everything not good for you. So when you finally decided you had enough of that box, what's stopping you from burning the box down? And just start over. So yeah, the Starbucks is on the corner and you're protesting. The Starbucks don't need to be there. Starbucks can go.
They got insurance anyway.
Yeah, they got insurance. They got billions of dollars. They ain't worried about that little fire. Burn that shit to the ground. Macy's, Sears, burn them.
You think Chase Bank is worried about losing
You think Chase Bank worried about losing
a building?
Losing a building?
I don't give a shit.
They got trillions of dollars. They ain't worried about that. Burn that shit to the ground. Burn it all to the ground. That's the only way you can start fresh. You can never build something new if you're building on everything that's old, because the old stinks and it comes right through. You can't put new wine in the old wine cask. You Christians, remember that part? How you doing, Mr. Squirrel? What's up? I got a squirrel right here. He about to come on the camera. He want to talk to y'all. So that's my thought for the day, right, Mr. Squirrel? If you're out there protesting, I'm not saying you gotta, be turned violent, but, oh, you wanna eat my cheesecake? Okay, I got a squirrel that's literally trying to eat my cheesecake. Did you see the camera just move?
I just
The
wanted
squirrel
to get in front of the camera.
is eating his cheesecake. Yeah, now he's
just
trying to.
wanted to get in front
Yeah,
of
I
the
want him
camera.
coming from the camera. You're gonna see this. This is amazing. And here he comes. No, he went the other way. Come on.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello, squirrel.
come on.
And let me say this. All you people that are putting down the protesters, I'm talking about the real protesters, not the cops that are undercover breaking windows.
Right, they do have
and
agent provocateurs out there.
breaking windows and starting fires, okay, to make people look bad. I'm talking about the protesters. These are young people. This is what young people do. They go to the streets. Old people don't do this. So stop putting people down for
Right.
sticking up for you in their country. Revolution, there's a cerebral revolution, but that's not working. Hopefully, the internet.
We had a technical difficulty. The squirrel just knocked over our camera.
Hopefully, the internet, which it is doing very well, is going to open up a lot of eyes. Because if it wasn't for the internet, we'd still be believing that Oswald killed Kennedy and 9/11 wasn't a fucking false flag. On and on and on. And the machinations that I believe might be behind this whole thing, it might be Hillary and the Dems and the liberals and the power elite and the Illuminati, whatever you want to call it, are orchestrating this whole thing, creating the fucking pandemic, staging the murders, which happen anyway. I'm not trying to disparage the goal of ending violence against African Americans. But I believe that all this was orchestrated to get Trump out of office. They're so desperate to get him out. Not that it matters anyway, because all presidents are puppets. Since Eisenhower, every president since Eisenhower, according to the Nuremberg trials, every president since Eisenhower is guilty of war crimes.
Everyone.
So, what are we talking about? I am chasing away the squirrels.
The squirrels are eating our cheesecakes right now.
So anyway, back to Frank.
Hey, so that's our 5 minutes. Thank you for your time.
What? That's it?
Yeah, 5 minutes. That's all you can do. Anything longer than that, people.